A disappointing start to 2026 for Man City following the goalless draw at the Stadium of Light against Sunderland. Now, Man City have been on an incredible run of form in the last few games. They won 8 successive or 7 successive Premier League games, and that helped them to close the gap on Arsenal to 2 points. But following Arsenal's win against Villa, City had an assignment, and Arsenal have responded to City's assignment very well in recent weeks. Whenever City wins before Arsenal plays, Arsenal would find a way to win. This time around, Arsenal played before City and they trashed Aston Villa 4-1 at the Emirates. City went to the Stadium of Light against Sunderland, and we know Sunderland has been so good in the Premier League this season, especially at home. Alongside Arsenal, they are one of 2 sides that have not been beaten at home this season. And yesterday was a good proof of why Sunderland have been so good this season, especially against the big boys. Only Manchester United have beaten Sunderland this season. How ironic. Manchester United that are not having their best season. They are the only big side that has beaten Sunderland this season, and that was at Old Trafford. Arsenal, Chelsea, now Man City, they have all failed to win against Sunderland. And that shows you how good Sunderland have been this season. Disappointing result for Man City, because that result now ensures that Arsenal are now 4 points clear of Man City in the Premier League table. But like I said, it's just 19 games into the season. We still have a whole 19 games more to come in the second half of the season. So the Premier League is still very much open for anyone to win. At this stage, Arsenal look like the front runners, but nothing is guaranteed yet. A whole lot can still happen between now and the end of the season in the Premier League. But kudos to Sunderland. They stuck to their game plan. I was quite impressed with how Sunderland played, because it's not like they sat deep and they were inviting the pressure from Man City. They were also attacking themselves, and there were so many great saves that Donnarumma had to make for Man City last night to preserve the clean sheet. If not for Donnarumma, City could have easily lost that game. That's how good Donnarumma was. But Sunderland, on the other hand, they defended very well as well when they needed to defend. They didn't pack the bus, but when they needed to defend, they didn't shy away from their defensive duties at all. They were locked in from the beginning to the end of the game. And City struggled, to be honest, because despite the fact that Czechia created some good chances for his teammates, their finishing was poor. I have to add that their finishing was not the best last night, but Sunderland defended very well in that game. Kudos to them. They earned that point. It wasn't handed to them. They fully deserved that point. So one of the positives for City last night was the fact that Rodri was back into the team. He came on at halftime in place of Nico Gonzalez, and of course, when you see Rodri, when he plays for Man City, we know that City are a different team with Rodri in the side. There were signs last night, like you could tell that Rodri was back in that midfield. The signs were there. The difference was there. The quality that Rodri has is there. Despite the fact that Nico Gonzalez has been a very good and capable backup, Rodri is on another level. And it's good news for Man City, because heading into a second half of the season where you are 4 points behind Arsenal with the Premier League title still up for grabs, this is good news, because Rodri in that team is going to elevate City to a different level. With him in the side, City play better. That's facts, bro. With Rodri in the side, City are a better side. So it's only good news that Rodri is back in the side. Jeremy Doku was also back in the team. He came on as a replacement for Savinho in the second half. Savinho, I will be surprised if he escapes this January transfer window without being sold by Man City, because he hasn't looked anywhere near a player good enough to play for Man City, to be honest. But Arsenal fans, you guys, kudos to you guys. You guys are having a ball at the moment, because you guys just trashed Aston Villa 4-1, and City have gone and drew against Sunderland. We know Sunderland are difficult. Yourselves, you failed to win at Sunderland this season. You played a 2-2 draw. So it's not like there's any shame in not winning at Sunderland. But then it's credit to how good Sunderland have been at home this season, and that's the reason why they are one of the 2 sides that are yet to be beaten at home in the Premier League, alongside Arsenal, of course. But Arsenal fans, let me ask you guys a question. In my last video, I saw a lot of comments where people were bashing me for saying that I want Man City to win the title. Like, guys, they surprised me, because if everybody will make Arsenal win the title, it goes sweet. Sure, it goes sweet. They think so now, as Man City draw yesterday now, una no happy. That's why I talk for my last video now. Are you guys not going to use that to laugh at me? Because City have failed to win while you guys won. So assuming say everybody just support una and una come win the league, how e go take sweet? Who una wan come laugh? Una no know say everybody cannot support your team. Everybody cannot support your team. But the good thing is, when you win, we are going to congratulate you. We don't carry akpo for you. It's not like we are hating on Arsenal. But someone just expressed his opinion on that. I want this team to win the league. I didn't say that I don't want this other team to win the league. And if this other team wins the league, it doesn't mean I'm not going to celebrate them. I'm going to celebrate them if they win the league. City has won a lot of league titles in the last few seasons, but they still play the Premier League every year. So it's not the end of the world if one team fails to win the league or if another team wins the league. And me personally, if I see people that are against my team, my joy is more complete when we eventually win. At least I get people who are go rub am for their face. You guys should be happy that someone is coming out to openly say that he prefers Man City to win the league. At least that way, when you win the league, you can now bash that person for choosing Man City over your team. It's that simple, bro. It's not that deep. This is football, guys. Well, congratulations to Arsenal fans, because it be like saying that I'm not even happy for this draw where Sunderland get against Man City past the Sunderland themselves, because of course you guys are now 4 points clear at the top of the table. You guys were 2 points clear before you made it 5 following that win against Villa. But you guys are now comfortably 4 points clear at the top of the table. So it's a good sign heading into the second half of the season. You are 4 points clear of your nearest challengers. So it's a sign that Arsenal are well positioned in the Premier League this season. But like I said, let's take nothing for granted yet. There's still a whole second half of the season to go. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Adios.